Hey, what up, everyone? Welcome to the Venom Vlog Live. It's just a last minute episode. I know last time I did this, it didn't go so great. Um, but I'm just going to do a short one tonight. I don't know how many people will be awake, and I don't want to keep neighbors awake, so I don't want to be too long. But it's midnight now, about 5 minutes till midnight. And oh, we already got a comment. What up, Shadow? Tariq, holy cow. I honestly didn't think anyone would be here. What's up? I'm hanging in there, man. Hello, Angel Rose. Hello. Oh, Angel's up late. She's playing Resident Evil, probably. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to keep breathing, as my friend Nate says. He's like, just look at what's in front of you, just keep breathing. And, I do it when I can. What's going on? Damn, there's a lot of people up late. FN901, what's up? Good evening, Art. How are you? The art chemist. Um, I just got my room set up about like maybe 20 minutes ago. I was trying to finish it by 11, but because again, I didn't want to like move around too much, but I got all the furniture in here by 11, and it was just literally me organizing the shelves and everything. But unfortunately, the light's so bright back there, and I don't have a dimmer on that light, so at some point I'll have to get one. But you can't really see the DC figures back there, so I might do some reshuffling. But I kind of, you'll see, I'll post a picture on Instagram later. But I put my couch in that shelf to cover that whole wall, and I ran the LED strip on that wall. But it's like I said, it's too powerful. It's it's just too strong. I need to put a dimmer on it. Um, how is everyone? Angel wants to know. Yes. Thanks for saying you hope I'm feeling better. I'm on West Coast time in Cali, so it's all good. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. There's a lot of people on in different parts of the world, which is awesome. It's super awesome. And I forget what it's like to be in Cali because I've been now almost one whole year in Florida. Like I think we're like 3 weeks away. Resident Evil's anniversary is on March 22nd, and I think March 27th is the day I moved here last year. So like 5 days after the anniversary of Resident Evil, which last year was the 24th anniversary. This is the 25th anniversary. Um, but I don't have any major. I wanted to make this a Venom vlog live, but I don't have any really major Venom things to talk about. This show when it started, it was more than just about Venom. Like there was me talking about health and things like that. And so I wanted to make a video more along those lines, checking in with you guys, make sure you guys are doing okay. I know some of you follow me on social media, like on Instagram and Twitter, especially on Instagram. You've probably seen some of the stuff that's been happening lately. It's in, I don't know, I would hardly call myself in uncharted territories, but with health and stuff, but it is definitely overwhelming. Like I feel like I've been on this road before with what I'm struggling with, and it's like it's just I guess it's been a little while. So sadly, I lost a loved one on March 22nd last year. Oh God, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Who was it? Was it like uncle, aunt, mom, dad? Like, oh, that's. I'm so sorry to hear that. Sorry, I forgot to put comments up. Well, everyone send FN901 some love, and if you guys are going through anything, put some heart emojis in the chat for you. I usually use the purple heart emoji. I don't know why I do that. I know I love the color purple, but for a long time I was using like green and blue hearts, and then like out of nowhere one day I started commenting with purple hearts. But yeah, uh, feel free to drop some love in the chat for our friend FN901 here, and any one of you guys, all of you. A relative. Dang man, I'm sorry to hear it. Yeah, I think during this past year I've lost, I think two uncle, well an uncle, my friend Keith, my grandmother was right before I left California, um, and I think there was another, I think it was like four. I think there was four people, and I'm blanking. Like, of course, I'm blanking on everything. Um, lately, it's weird. I feel like I've been like forgetting things, and like I've been misplacing myself in like, well, I guess how to say that is like I'll wake up in another room, but I don't know how I got to that room. So that's been happening a couple times to me. I've had these before. I used to have these things called absent seizures, but I definitely have like the full body seizures now. I haven't had one in a while, thank goodness. It was January, I think, was the last one I had, or right around Christmas. Um, but I I'm like forgetting that I'm walking into like rooms. Like the other day at work, I remember folding shirts, or I thought that's what I was doing, but then like I was like standing in the room where the motorcycle helmets are, and I was just there, and I was like, wasn't I just folding shirts? But again, like I can't sometimes think of things linearly, like I don't know how to describe it, but it's been like that for a long time. Like sometimes I just, when I try to recall what I'm doing, I remember it out of order. Um, so I don't know. So it's been bad lately, and so I was like, you know what, I need to take. So like I'm stressed about it. I have that. I have bills. I have like regular life stuff, and then I just start getting stressed about everything, and then and it builds up, and I start having anxiety, and then I let little things like online, like questions people are asking me, no matter how complicated or how simple, I just start getting frustrated. I feel like I start getting overwhelmed because it's like all the Jenga pieces on top, and it's like people are, they're just trying to play Jenga, right? They're just trying to ask instant questions and play Jenga and have fun, and meanwhile I'm already starting to tip over, and every once in a while someone will pull the right one and I'll fall, and it's like it's just a lot. It's like I'm not trying to make excuses for things. Like I own up to the crap I do, sometimes, and I know sometimes I can be a pissy guy and a moody person. So I own up to it. Everyone's like that. So, but I do have sometimes where I'm like trying to balance too much, and it just crumbles sometimes. And so, like this past week, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. I crumbled, and I'm just gonna accept it and just be like, what? Take a few days off. You're stressed. You have bike week coming up because you guys know I work for Harley Davidson, and this is bike week here in Florida. So it's very it's very busy, and it's like 10 days long, and I've already gotten 5 of the days done. So I have 5 more days starting tomorrow. I guess maybe it's 11 days. I have 5 more days to do starting tomorrow. Yeah, it's a lot. And it's not hard work per se, but it's just like with everything else I have going on, it can be because, like I said, little questions. So and losing my temper or something on social media, like I don't really care about that. Like it's very human. At work though, it's very unprofessional. So I try really hard not to lose my temper at work. Tariq says, tell my coworkers about you since they are starting to get more into Venom, excited about a future trailer. So you should have some more subscribers coming in. Hey, thank you so much. It was funny. I like I said, I like the pace we're going at. I love that we're slowly getting to 3,000 subscribers. It's awesome. It's a pace I can handle. I feel like if I woke up tomorrow and had 3,000, I'd probably have an anxiety attack. So I kind of like the steps we take. So I'm always grateful for that. But it was funny one time someone said to me like, "Oh, dude, I love your stuff. You should have more subscribers." And then I was thinking it, but someone else actually said it. Someone said, "Well, why don't you tell your friends to subscribe to them?" But I make Venom content, and not everybody's into Venom, so it's like I totally understand. Like we're like a niche market in a niche market. But that's awesome. Thank you for telling your friends about me. I hope they show up here one day. I would love to meet them on here. So thank you for doing that. Hey, don't worry about anything, man. You be honest. Always tell me about things. Like I know sometimes I get in those moods. This is one of those nights where if you wanna talk about something that's bothering you, you can talk about it. Because I won't be on here very long, maybe another 20 minutes. So if you want to get something off your chest, like this is the night to do it. This is the Venom vlog. I want to maybe do one of these every once in a while because I think it's good for not just me but all of us. Like I feel like all of us get wired and amped up, especially on social media where we snap and we yell at other people and we like, well, we're a little too aggressive with our opinions. And I feel like maybe sometimes we just have something we need to get off our chest. And although I am seeing a counselor now through work who's been helping me out, they recommended that, hey, if you should maybe open up a little bit more on your show sometimes. And I thought about that. The number one problem I've always thought is the issue with the world, not just our country or your country or wherever you're from, and not where I'm from. It's everyone. Everyone has this problem, and I made a whole book about it called Alain Vital, and it's a book about communication. I think communication is the number one problem we all have, and a lot of times when we have problems, it's because we don't communicate them. So when the counselor said that to me, I'm like, I know that. Like, why am I not doing that? Why am I not just communicating more about what where my lines are and what, what things upset me, and like, well, I don't want to be upset, like just be honest with people. And then if they persist, then you could be like, okay, well, that person's just being a dick, and then you just, block them and move on or whatever. So I think that was kind of, I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's true. You should always do that. You should always communicate. My online friend faked his death, and I thought he was really dead. But after I found out and I unfriended him, he faked his death. Like, what did he do? Post that, hey guys, I'm like so and so's dead, and that sucks. What the like? What for? Like, what was the purpose of that? Was it like some? See, I don't know. Like, because I see one thing I see on the internet a lot is like how people troll each other, and I don't get it a lot of times. Maybe it's because I'm gonna be 40, but like I'll look at something, I'll go, how is that trolling somebody? Like, that's devastating. Why are you doing that to a friend of yours? So yeah, I don't get it. You know that Tobey Maguire is coming back as Spider-Man? Okay, who told you that? Your sources at Illuminati? I love it. Illuminati. We can talk about that a little bit too. Illuminati is such a shit, place for articles and scoops and stuff. And I love it because people will defend them and go, "Well, they've been right about a few things." It's like, no shit. If you guess, if you make like 500 scoops a year or 100 scoops a year, let's say they average 100 scoops a year. Um, they're most of them are probably just guesses. They're just full of shit. They actually don't have a scoop or a source. They just try to make educated guesses. We talk about this all the time on my show. It's really easy to assume things and get things right if you're broad about it. So they probably thought they had a window here for a broad statement. They were like, oh, we could literally say that this movie is casting Adam Warlock and for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We can easily say that because he was teased at the end of the second movie, and so it leads to believe that he'll probably be in the third movie if he was set up by James Gunn in the second movie. And he's wrapping up Suicide Squad now, so he's probably in the phases of casting. And then James Gunn came out and said, "Hey, dipshits, no, I'm not casting for anything right now." And he goes, he like basically puts them in their place. Like, where do you guys come up with this stuff? And that's exactly it. They come up with it. And a lot of websites do it. Heck, even people in our beloved Venom community do it. And like last year, someone admitted they lied about stuff and they're like, "Well, but that's the game. You got to play the game," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, hey, look, if I got to lie to you guys on video to play a game to like garner more attention and more popularity or grow as a channel, then I think I'd rather just do things my way. I may not be growing at a rate that other people grow at who throw bullshit at you guys, but I'm still growing. Like I'm not receding. I haven't lost like 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers. I'm still moving forward, and it doesn't matter how fast we're moving forward. The fact is we're still moving forward, and I can't think of a better metaphor for my life sometimes, where it's just like I'm taking baby steps, but I'm moving forward. I'm trying not to let the world overcome me. Um, but yeah, I just love that James Gunn called them out on their bullshit. I'm like, yeah, I wish more people do that. Tom Hardy did that with Venom 1, where Manabite, whatever his name is, something Conrad or something, he made up a story, and Tom Hardy was like, he didn't call him out directly, but he was just like, yeah, don't believe stupid idiots online who don't have any credibility. And meanwhile, that Conrad guy's like, I've been covering movie news since like the late 90s. And it's like, yeah, and you're still bad at it. So what are you bragging about? Like, you still have zero credibility. You're still just a jackass. So yeah, I love how these guys will pat themselves on the back. Even the Illuminati, someone said, hey, James Gunn debunked your thing. And they're like, yes, but did he debunk this part of it? And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, they're so pathetic. Like, it's so pathetic. So yeah, anyway, what got me on that topic, I think it was someone asked about Tobey Maguire. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. I think Tobey Maguire will show up in Spider-Man No Way Home, and he'll just be named Mr. Erection. Because if you've seen WandaVision, you'll understand the reference. Black and red, white and purple is the Venom color. Nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of black and purple. Those are two of my favorite colors. I like how they look together too, for sure. No, what? Good luck during bike week. Hey, thanks, Art. I appreciate it, man. Ahoy there, Cam Fraser, our friend with the digital codes. So I read quite a few books today, actually, thanks to Cam Fraser. So on Thursday is my next day off. I had no time to record today because it literally took me up until 11:30 to set up the room again. So I was like, well, I got to make a video. I want to get something up. Let's just do a live stream and just chat about random stuff. I'm not even complete my points tonight because I'm just not paying attention to too much. But I'm tired. I'm just really tired. And today I had to wake up early and take Echo out of the house so they could clean the carpet in this room. And then when we got home, the place smelled like chemicals. So we stayed for a little bit, and then I was like, let's get out of here. I don't want to breathe this stuff in. So we left again for a little bit, and then we came home in the afternoon. I took a nap. Echo did too. We were both wiped out because we're both old men. And then I got him some doggy ice cream and stuff, and then we took a nap, and then I got up, and immediately I came in here. The carpet was still a little wet, but only in a couple spots. So I said, screw it. We got to bring everything in because I'm working all day tomorrow, and my next day off is Thursday, and I just didn't want all my crap. It was all out in the living room with my bed and everything. And I was just like, I don't want all this crap out here. Like, I want everything back where it belongs. I want to feel like I'm back in my room again. So that's why. But yeah, so Cam, so while before I came back out here to do all this, I had dinner and I sat and read a couple comic books that Cam sent. So I took some notes, and I will probably on Thursday morning record them, and I'll try to get them up over the weekend if I can. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bike Week is only till Sunday. So if I can't pre-record something, edit it, and post it, if I don't have the time to do those things, I'll at least record it, and I'll try to at least give you guys a live stream, on Thursday night. Well, we're going to do me and Alex are watching Green Lantern on Thursday night, so we'll do that live stream, and I might have some cool McFarlane things to show you guys on Thursday. So I might make a Seek and Destroy episode on Thursday if those things come in the mail. It was hard for me to open up myself, especially to others and on the internet, because people use your own words as weapons against you. I know, it's like people always say they're like, just be more open, tell people, communicate how you feel and all that stuff. But you're right. I mean, that's actually something I said to the counselor too. I'm like, well, when I do that, sometimes people love to, I gotcha. Oh, you're saying this now? I gotcha. And it's like people can't change, and they're just like, oh, but a year ago you said you were experiencing this, and now you're experiencing. It's like, yeah, so every day's fucking different, asshole. So like, I hate that. Like, people are like, oh, I got you. And they're just like, got me at what? Like, I don't understand. Last year you liked this movie. This year you don't like this movie. It's like, yeah, no shit, man. Because every day is different. And what part of brain damage don't you get? Like, sometimes I don't. I stop liking things. But even without that, I feel like people can still change their mind on something. So it's just, I don't know. Like, you're right. It's like people make it to where you can't be open and can't be honest sometimes. Like, and that's, I mean, nothing better than what you just said there. That other people who are like transgender or gay or anything, like who feel they can't express themselves. That's why. Like, imagine that you can't even express your opinion on a Spider-Man movie without a bunch of people attacking you. So, and then people wonder why it's so hard for someone to come out and be open about their sexuality and stuff. You're like, look how you treat people with Spider-Man opinions, and you'll send death. I've seen people saying, like, I get death threats over my Spider-Man opinions. You're just like, why? Why do we go that far? So yeah, it sucks. Like, yeah, a lot of the internet sucks. Occasionally you'll get like a cute animal video, or you'll see a person overcoming like a challenge, and it's like really uplifting. But outside of that, like, the rest of the internet is just garbage, full of garbageness. I hate it. He thought it was funny, but it was not funny. I didn't get some sleep and I cried all day. Yeah, that sucks that your friend did that to you. Like, I think that's the biggest part is like, doing that to anyone is like, I don't know. It's like, it sucks because I've heard of things like that happening before. But like I said, I'll see it online that people will troll people with things. I haven't seen anything that extreme, but like they'll troll with other stuff. And I just don't get why. I'm like, but what's the end goal there? Like, you just literally either make a bunch of people hate you, or you make a bunch of people like, never trust you again or whatever. It's like, the only thing I can think of is that they're going through something, like something real and deep, and they don't know how to express it. And so they find a way to like express it, but like in a very destructive way, self-destructive way. That's something I see a lot of. That's certainly something we all do sometimes. Like, we all screw up, we all self-destruct on certain things, but I've never seen anything like that. But that sucks that your friend put you through that. Twisty's art, hello. So I haven't scanned the images into my computer, but Twisty's art. Twisty, did you post any of that art on your Twitter account? Would you mind posting those pictures on your Twitter if you haven't already, or did I? Did I do that and tag you on Twitter? Um, Let me see if I can bring up your our Twitter accounts, and then I'll share the page. Maybe I can show some of these guys. Twisty drew some really cool fan art of me, which was really awesome. In fact, one of them is my default picture on Twitter now. Um, and this stuff's great. It's so awesome. So let me see if I can find it real quick. I'll go to my profile. I think I tweeted it the other day, and oh, what is this? Let me just go to my page. I think I tweeted it the other day. If you noticed, if you go to my Twitter, it's a lot of Green Lantern stuff on there now. It's not. It's I'm at Venom blog, but I'm also like just like my default picture and my or my profile picture and my banner are both Green Lantern. um, but yeah, let me go through this. I think I tweeted these and shared you. I think it was just a couple days ago. Um, so just give me a second to find it. And my friend Andrew, he posted some great pictures from back when I met Andrew, which was at the Justice League premiere years ago, which was the Joss Whedon version, and that was where I met him and also Dave the Film Junkie. Um, and I love it. I love seeing those pictures of that night. Here we go. All right, so let me share the page or the screen. Give me one second. Share this. Um, yeah, there's like Adam Warlock is trending and all this stuff. Okay, so here, you guys can see that, right? Okay, good. Um, Let me do this. Check these out, man. This is at Sart Twisty on Twitter and at underscore Twisty's art on, I think, underscore Twisty's art underscore on Instagram. So yeah, there we got. So look at that. That's me as Carnage, which is pretty cool. Or transforming into Carnage. That's so awesome. Here's me transforming into Venom. You got the facial hair and the eyebrows, like perfect. I got some intense eyebrows, I've been told. Um, yeah, check this out. This is me as Dark Carnage. So you can see the null spiral in my eyeball there. How awesome are these? These are so cool. I'm a big fan. This is some awesome stuff. And Sleeper, which I was gonna request. I was actually Twisty had already drawn the Venom and Carnage one, and I was like, oh, I gotta request Sleeper, but I didn't want to because I was like, art is not easy. Like it's hard work, and he did these for free, like as fan art, and I love them. I was just like, man, these are just fantastic. And then I was like, well, can I use them for the channel? Because I think what I might do, probably not anytime soon right now, but soonish, I'll probably start using them for, like, how we in the top right corner it says the number of the on my thumbnails, the number of the Venom blog episode. I like making those, like I for the past like 2 seasons or 3 seasons I've just been doing a picture of a head with the number under it, and I kind of like that look. But I also miss doing the rectangles with comic art in it, and almost like a comic book, how it says in the top right corner, like or top left corner if you're looking at the comic. Like what number and what issue it is. So I thought about doing that with these images at some point. But yeah, man, this is amazing stuff. Awesome work. Thank you for doing it. I love it so much. Um, I got attacked by Grievous Reject. If you remember, he got toxic because I said that Carnage. Yeah, I know. We're not going to get into that. I don't want to talk about the rating and stuff. I feel like that's something I constantly was dealing with, and now I'm just going to block people who mention it because I understand where people are coming from with that, like where they think Carnage, needs to be in that setting, like a rated R setting. But I've already made my video of why that's fine to have that as an opinion, but to actually expect it and to say it's the only way to truly make Carnage frightening is dumb. It's so dumb. So we're not going to get into that. But I have a whole video. People can go watch that. But there is one piece of news I did want to bring up. Maybe I'll stay for 10 more minutes. but it involves the release date of Venom. So obviously, that's the other question. Like people always ask, "What do you think the movie's going to be rated?" And it's like, you know, and why don't you think it's going to be rated R? So that's like one question I always get asked. Another one is always, "Dude, check out this, like this Reddit post or this, that." So that's why I made the checklist. So if you're out there and you don't know how to find out if trailers are fake, I made a checklist for you, and that's the checklist I've been following ever since I started the show, and it's proven me right every time. So use the checklist; it's good. So then the other thing I want to talk about was the release date. Everyone asked me, "Do you think it's going to get delayed? Do you think Venom's going to get delayed?" It's hard to say, but it's looking like maybe, only because we're so close and we haven't seen a trailer for the movie. And Fast and the Furious 9 now, Fast 9, just picked a new release date because I think it was supposed to come out this month in March or next month in April. I can't remember. They pushed it back to June 25th, which is the same day as Venom. Now, the last time a movie got pushed back to a release date, it was Morbius. Morbius got pushed back to like October or November of this year. And then in comes James Bond, and it landed on the same day. And Sony was like, no way is Morbius going to stack up against James Bond in the same opening weekend. So we need to push Morbius back. So Morbius got pushed all the way to January of next year. So now we have Fast 9, a $1 billion franchise that is going up against Venom. Now, of course, all of us, we love Venom. So if we had to choose that weekend to pick one movie, most of us would probably pick that. We would see Venom. Or some of us would probably see both movies. But I think majority of people would probably go see Fast 9. The reason being is because it's not the same landscape it was. Like if you release two big movies on the same day now during COVID, and as COVID's as people are hopefully overcoming it and fighting back against it, like it's still theaters are only operating at like 15 to 20% capacity. Some of them up to 30. So if you have two movies back to like big ones releasing like Fast 9 and a potential new $1 billion franchise in Venom, if it does that well, they're both going to suffer. So I think it was ballsy of Universal to push their movie to the same day as Venom, but I think they did that knowing Venom would move. Sometimes studios talk, sometimes they don't. So maybe Universal like screw Venom. Like, well, we're better. They could have had that attitude, or maybe they reached out to Sony and said, "Hey, are you guys still going to hit your release date?" And maybe Sony's like, "We're not sure." And then Sony's like, and then Universal's like, "Okay, well, cool. Well, we're going to take that release date." Because maybe Sony didn't have an answer for them. So I don't know. I don't know how that all happens, how that all goes down. I'm just throwing out, theories of mine or possibilities, I guess. But at the end of the day, the truth is that both these movies now have the same release date, and Sony's already blinked once when it came to James Bond. And I would say, even though James Bond's a more lucrative franchise, has been around a lot longer than Fast has. Fast and Furious franchise is very popular and makes a lot of money. So although they are coming off Hobbs and Shaw, which is one of the lowest performing Fast and the Furious movies in a while, but it is a spin-off. Although it has, Jason Statham and The Rock in it, but it was still not as successful as previous entries. So that could be one thing where people are kind of burning out on that franchise. But then we got a lot of characters like Han and other people that are coming back in this one. So fans of the franchise are excited. I like the Fast franchise for what they are. So I'm curious to see that. But I'm worried that Sony will flinch. I don't see Sony standing their ground for the June 25th release date. And now if they push back, hopefully they only push back a month or two, but we won't know until there's an announcement. So, that's all I wanted to talk about in this episode, is just kind of get your guys' opinion on that and like what you think will happen. Do you think Sony will flinch and push Venom back? And if you do, how far back do you think they'll push? Or do you think they'll stand their ground and say, you know what, Fast 9, suck our dicks, suck our symbiotes. We're staying. What do you think is going to happen? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Dan, where the hell has Sleeper been during this whole event, right? Yeah, don't get me started on that. Sleeper and I guess we'll get an anti-venom somehow. But Alchemex, remember I mentioned Alchemex used to design anti-venom stuff for a while there with Flash Thompson, and then into Eddie when Eddie was going there. So to me, I'm kind of like, why isn't Alchemex helping fight against symbiotes? And isn't there a poison left alive? I thought there was one poison. Maybe I'm wrong. But there's all these things that I'm like, man, you guys could have kicked the shit out of Null no problem. If you had read the Mike Costa run of Venom, and the Cullen Bunn stuff. Just popping in before bed. Glad to see another live show. Great stuff, man. Take it easy. Hey, thanks, Kason. Have a good night. Get some sleep. And yeah, we're gonna be leaving here in a few minutes. It's 30 minutes mark. So at 5 minutes, we're gonna head out, guys. So let me catch up on comments. I told him why you didn't attack me for my opinion, and my friends helped me. Yeah, I know. We're not. Yeah, I know. I get it. We're not talking about that. I'm sorry that happened to you, but we're not talking about that. That's one line. I don't want to get into all this. Like, if you watch my show and you bully other people, stop watching my show. Just stop. Like, we're not all angels and saints here, but bullying them over something like an opinion on something, especially when, come on, Shadow, like, he watches my show. He's just, repeating some of the stuff I say and inserting his own opinion too. Like, it's like he's not saying anything that's worthy of getting bullied for. So anyone out there who's doing that, just unsubscribe to me if you're picking on Shadow, because that's ridiculous. Like, we shouldn't treat each other like that. That's a problem with all these fandoms, is that everyone's like, well, I love this version of Superman, I love that version, and then they fight each other for it. Like Spider-Man, the Spider-Man fandom is one of the worst. The Star Wars fandom a lot of times is some of the worst. Like, these people just love to fight each other. And it's like, well, our catchphrase here is "We are Venom." So if you can't get on board with that and appreciate other people's opinions, then fuck off. Like, and that's the thing, is some people will be like, well, I see you get aggressive with people with your opinion. Sometimes I will stand my ground on my opinion, because unlike other people who love to argue just to argue, I base my opinion on things. Like, I can come up with a defense a lot of times for my arguments. Most people can't, at least as my experience. I've had a few people really challenge me, and I've yielded. I'm like, okay, you got a good point. I stand down. But mostly I just have people who don't know how to formulate sentences, even sometimes, who are trying to debate something with me. And I'm like, if you can't back your opinion with something. Like, someone the other day said, you have a bad opinion about the Venom rating. And I said, my opinion on the Venom rating is I don't care what Carnage is rated. I don't care if it's PG-13 or R. So what do you mean I have a bad opinion? And they said, no, your opinion is that you want it to be PG-13. I said, I never said that I wanted it to be PG-13. I said it's most likely going to be PG-13, and I gave a list of reasons why based on facts. When people say, like, oh, Carnage comics are rated R, I'm like, but it's not. None of them are except two. So that's why I made that video. So it's like, people just need to, they need to learn the difference between what an opinion is. Like, my opinion is I don't care what it's rated. And their opinion is they want it to be rated R. So I'm not shitting on their opinion for that. I'm shitting on their inability to debate with me. So yeah, I do get aggressive sometimes, but it's usually to stand my ground and show people, like, hey, you're not going to walk over me just because you're louder than I am. Like, I don't give a shit. You can be as loud as you want. This is my opinion, and I'm standing my ground. What do you think of Godzilla and Mechagodzilla? Mechagodzilla? I don't know. I thought it was Godzilla versus King Kong that was coming out. Is Mechagodzilla in it? I don't really know. Mechagodzilla's. I mean, I hate Godzilla movies. I like the ones. I love the Japanese ones usually, like the original Japanese one, and then the Shin Godzilla. I really like that one. And then I think there was a remake in the '80s from Japan that I liked, but I don't really care about giant monsters fighting each other. I'm not into that kind of stuff. So, but I think Mechagodzilla is a cool idea. I think out of all the monsters, he's probably my favorite one. Like, a giant moth and a three-headed dragon, I don't really care about. But I don't know. I don't know anything about the new movie. I'll probably watch it though when it comes out. But I don't know anything about it. No, I know, you got to get it out, man. That's okay. I understand. Thank you, Shadow. Well, hello there. This is the first live stream I've been to. Hey, Leaf, no, what's up, dude? Love all the new content, man. Have a good night. Hey, you too, dude. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we'll be out of here in a couple minutes. So, yeah, Spider-Man fandoms are the worst. That's why I want to be. I want to be better than them. It's a competition to me. I want our fandom to shine. I want them to see, like, oh man, that Venom community, they really get along. And yeah, they have differences and debates and maybe even argue sometimes, but they hold together, man. They are Venom. That's what I want Spider-Man fans to look at us and get jealous. That's what I want to happen. Hola and good night, my dude. Hey, thanks for popping in. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Ileana, thank you so much. As far as Venom 2's date, I think it would be late October would be good against Halloween Kills, since the first Venom performed well alongside Halloween 2018. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good point, actually. If they came out like a week or two apart in October, that would actually be pretty good. But I think October is pretty full with movies. So we'll see. But if they release it the same weekend as Halloween Kills, yeah, they might have something there. That could be some fun competition. Although I think a lot of people who just want to see horror, they'll just go watch Halloween Kills because you'll have a PG-13 movie and an R movie releasing the same weekend. But that'll be good because you'll get probably different audiences, which will be good. Good for both movies. Sometimes they do underperform. Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Oh, you meant your drawings on Instagram. What did I say? What do you think of Godzilla? I didn't. Oh, I think I did. I like one. I can't remember. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing on social media. Here's how I do social media on Instagram and Twitter. So by the way, I have Venom on my phone. Um, so I pretty much just like I open up Twitter, I open up Instagram, and I look through like 5 photos, maybe 6, and then I was like, oh, that's Meek by Nature. I know her. She's very nice. Click, hit her thing. I think that's a picture of her and maybe her boyfriend. Yeah, happy anniversary. So have a good, happy anniversary, Meek. Livio Ramondelli, a friend of the show, awesome artist, transformer artist. So post there. I hit like. Real Rebecca, my friend's wife, Joe on Joe Podcast wife. Click yes there. Aki 36, 636, doing some birthday grinds, cooking some food, which is awesome. And then my friend from Japan who was trans came out as trans not too long ago. So it's like boom. I pretty much just click like the first 5, 6 pictures, and then I look at see what my if anyone there's any activity for me like David Quinn and Jonah Aronson, my 2 friends. They and David Quinn, one of the writers of one of those rated R Carnage books. We had him on the show. He wrote I think Carnage: It's a Wonderful Life was the one he did. Um, so they both liked my picture of my dog. So, and that's it. And then I close the app. And then I go to Twitter and then I do the same thing. I just go like, oh, what are they posting? Okay, yeah, that's not aggressive. I usually don't like aggressive tweets sometimes. So I'll be like, oh, this is Jordan Elsis. He's one of the actors on Superman and Lois. I don't follow him, but someone I follow liked his post or replied to it. So I see his post now, and I see the Daily Planet's response. So then I hit like, and then I move on. Russ Burlingham, from the journalist, does a lot of cool comic book coverage, movie coverage. Has a Josie and the Pussycat book, I think that just came out recently too, and works for comicbook.com and other places. Hosts the ECB podcast if you want to check that out. So all right, so I'll post from him. It's about Tom and Jerry, and boom. All right, I like it. and then someone here posted some Liam Sharp artwork from the new Green Lantern issue that came out today, which I haven't read yet, so I'm going to avoid the spoiler, but I'll click the like. And then Krypton promo from my friend Andy Babacht, who's been on the show before. All right, so that's like 5 or 6 people. I go and check my notifications. I got nothing. I got to check my messages. Oh, I got one from Venom Bowler, who's been on the show before, sending me a picture of his updated collection and wishing me well. So awesome. I'll give a heart to that. And then that's it. And then I put my phone down and I go do a bunch of other things. So yeah, that's kind of my experience with social media. You just watched me do social media, and then maybe like an hour or 2 later, I'll go back to it, but not always. Whoa, what the dude? Lethno with the $10 super chat. Big cool brother, love this stuff, dude. That is too nice of you, man. Thank you so much. Like holy cow. You're my first super chat of 2021, man. So, God dang, thank you so much, dude. That is awesome. If you have any requests of what you want that $10 to go for, let me know. That's what we did when right before Christmas, I think it was. I got $130 from you guys just from you watching. Like all those pennies add up every time someone watches. If you watch a video all the way to the end, if you hit like, if you hit subscribe, if you hit share, all those things, you comment, all those things help the channel. And those add up. And I got $130, and that's how we bought the sound pads for the room. And I got to get a dimmer for this light at some point, but those are pretty cheap. And we got the new keyboard, the mouse, the new cam that I'm recording off of now, the microphone. So all this is because of you guys. So if you have a request that you want that $10 to go towards, feel free to let me know what that is. But thank you, Leaf. No, holy cow, that is super awesome of you, man. Have a good night, dude. And yes, you guys go check out the episode I did with Leaf Null. If you a lot of these people I mentioned just now on social media, and you guys, like, I do the Parasite podcast, and that's its own playlist. So if you ever want to just go through my channel and watch older stuff or other videos and hear other people's opinions on stuff, check out the Parasite podcast because that's a lot of fun. We've done like 22 episodes now, I think, or 23, and each one is, some of them are viewers of the show, some of them are friends of mine, some of them are comic creators, and we just try to bring people in. And I will do more of those again, I promise. I just want to get into a little bit of a better place, get the background looking a little bit better, and fix a lot of things up. And once I get there, we will go back into doing more of the Parasite podcast. I have to say something. I'm sick of people saying that Venom from Spider-Man 3 sucks because he was says I am me and Spider-Man Venom was, oh man. I have a lot of trouble when people, I know people from other countries don't always do punctuation, but I have a really hard time reading run-on sentences because I don't know where the sentence ends. So I end up just going blah, 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 inspired by the Ultimate Venom, and Ultimate Venom said I. So, yeah, I got you. Well, don't let people's opinions, like, that's the thing, is that's where I always say, like, if you give your opinion and you see someone else give their opinion, who cares? Like, if someone says, hey, Venom and Spider-Man 3 sucks, who cares? Why does that offend you? You didn't make Venom 3, and even if you did, it's called criticism. Like, who cares what people say? Like, that's the thing. Communication, that's what I talked about, to bring it full circle back to the front of the episode. We need to work on our communication. We need to work on our understanding of each other's words and meaning and context. And if someone just, without tagging you or posting directly at you, says they hate something, who gives a shit? Like, I guess when I was growing up, I mean, I don't remember too much, but there used to be things where you just didn't care. Like, it's like people would say opinions all the time. We don't care. We just didn't care. Like, we used to have this saying that it's like just like buttholes, everyone has an opinion. So and most of them stink. Like, that was the saying, or something akin to that. So who cares? If someone has an opinion and you don't like it, you're just like, all right, they're just being a stinky butthole. Like, don't worry about it. Actually, just calling them a stinky butthole privately will make you laugh, and you'll forget all about their stupid posts. So just don't let it, like, I don't care. I don't care when people say what they like and don't like. Like, if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I'm trying to listen. So if they're telling me what they do and don't like, I'm like, okay, I'm engaged. I'm trying to hear them out and stuff. But if they're just like tweeting, like, or posting on Instagram what they like and don't like, I don't care. In fact, there's a lot of times I like people's things and they go like, oh dude, I didn't know you stood up for this cause. And I go, what cause? I go, what did I like? Sometimes I have no idea. I just see, oh, this person, I think I know who that is. And I double click, I get them the heart, and then I move on. I'm very bad at social media. If you notice, I barely comment on things. I'm pretty much an observer there. And unfortunately, by being a watcher, as it was, like just being an observer, I get disillusioned a lot by people. Like, people are really, really brutal to each other for no reason. Like, just for honestly no reason. And I can't stomach it sometimes, so I don't engage a lot. Yeah, I read Ultimate Spider-Man. We've covered it on the show before. It gets annoying, we know, like, you don't have to say it all the time. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to say it all the time. It's fine. By the way, I posted the images on Twitter just now. Hey, awesome. Thank you. Cool. So make sure you guys go follow Twisty's art on Twitter and stuff. But I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's a little later than I wanted it to be. I got to get some sleep because I got to go to work in the morning. But thanks for letting me come on here and open up about some personal things in the beginning of the episode and talking a little about Fast and the Furious and Venom 2 and stuff. If you're watching later on, feel free to leave your comments and thoughts down below. And we'll definitely come back later this week. On Thursday, you're going to get a Seek and Destroy episode from me. And me and Alex are going to do our DC watch. So the Seek and Destroy one will probably be, that depends on if the items that I'm waiting for come in the mail early or later. So it'll either be before the Beyond the Source Wall with Alex, or it'll be after. So either way, you're going to get 2 live streams on Thursday. I'll try to record some stuff in the morning. I don't know if I'll have any edited by the end of the day on Thursday, but I'll try to at least record them so they're on my computer. And then at some point over the weekend, if I have some time before or after work, I'll edit them and post them, the best I can. So keep it up, Venom Vlog. Hey, thanks, man. You guys keep it up too. Keep doing what you do. Good night, man. Rest well. We'll wait for your return. I'll be back. Thursday we'll do 2 live streams, and then And then, like I said, I'll try to get some other content up soon. Definitely because Cam sent me some more digital codes for the Thunderbolts #3 and Venom versus Carnage #3. I'm going to do something fun with Venom actually before I review that one. So I'm not going to read those just yet, but I will cover Thunderbolts, Wiccan and Hulkling. I think Captain America one shot came out, and we're definitely going to do some episodes, probably multiple episodes, on the Venom King in Black handbook, which came out the other day, which I just went ahead and bought. I was like, you know what? I had a gift card for my comic shop, and I'm like, I'm just going to buy this thing because I feel like there's a ton of content we can make because there's bios for all these characters in it, and I think it'll just be fun to go through all that stuff. So we'll definitely cover all that coming up very, very soon. So good night, Cam. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the donations of those comics. And thank you, Leapno, for the $10 tonight. Thank you, Twisty, for your amazing artwork of me as all these characters and as Green Lantern. I've always wanted to be Green Lantern, so thanks for doing that too. And we'll have more episodes to you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much. I will